Hey my Sagittarian peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at y'all with your mid-August 2022 tarot reading. How are you? I hope y'all are well. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into this and we shall see what's up. What do we got going on here for Saggy? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming up throughout mid-August 2022. What information do we have here please for the zodiac signs of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-August 2022? Let's go ahead and take a look. Having a look here at the first card out, actually the first two cards out, we have a Five of Swords and we have here the Star card. So Five of Swords to the Star could be a little bit of complications in our desires, our goals, our dreams, or there could be like a bit of a complication in like some sort of alignment that you're trying to have. You might be feeling resistance at this time. All right, moving on to the next card, we do have here the Lovers, and looking at the final overall energy for your mid-month here, we do have the Page of Pentacles. So, taking a look at what's going on here for August 2022, mid-August 2022, let's see what's up. Five of Swords here, Star card here, Lovers here, and the Page of Pentacles. Well, I'll say here for you, with the Five of Swords to the Star card, definitely resistance right now into getting what it is you want. You do feel like it's a little difficult right now, and it's like, how the hell am I going to overcome this? You know, right now there could be difficulties in the land of love, because we do have here the Lovers, but if it's not about difficulties in the land of love, there could be difficulties in the land of the things that you love. You know, the Lovers card doesn't always have to represent soulmates and people we love and care about. It could represent things we're passionate about, you know, like if we love a certain job or a certain career space that we do, you know, if we love a certain hobby, you know, whatever that case may be for you, that could represent things you love, not necessarily people. And with the Page of Pentacles here, like I'm hearing, it's like I've been trying to really freaking hard. I've been trying so hard for things to be successful, and immediately right there, I heard try less, you know? Sometimes we have resistance in getting what we want because we're trying so freaking hard, you know? And when we try way too hard, you know, it has a tendency of placing more pressure on getting the desired outcome, getting the goal, or getting what we want. And the more that we tend to try, the more it can be frustrating when we don't see ourselves succeeding. So trying less will be a much more easier way for you to accomplish your goal here, is what they're saying for mid-August 2022. So I would definitely take that advice, all right? Definitely try a little less. Don't try so hard. It doesn't mean don't put a lot of effort in to what it is you're doing, but don't try to make it as successful as you want it to be. Just know that it will be, and so mote it be. I'm definitely saying or hearing that this is not a time to give up for you, Sagittarius. It's a time to keep doing what you're doing, but stop focusing so hard on getting the desired outcome. Instead, enjoy the process of what you're doing, because you are good at what you're doing. You do have a good situation here lined up for you. There is alignment, and even though you're feeling resistance, you're only feeling that resistance because there's this part of you that's fearful that you're not going to get the desired result. If you allow yourself to take a step back and say, I will get my results no matter what, so mote it be, I just need to allow myself to clear away the stress, you will see results, okay? All right, so in reference to the Lovers card here, you know, if we're talking about a relationship, maybe lately it's been a little bit rocky and bumpy in a relationship between you and another partner. You've really been wanting things to work there between the two of you. Things can work between the two of you, 100%. But because you're trying so hard to make those things work, and because you're trying so hard to have this desired outcome, it's making you put more pressure on the relationship, right? And by putting more pressure there, it's giving you more expectations. And by having more expectations, it's taking away from just actually enjoying the relationship, you know? Let's say right now, you really have this thrive to succeed in your job and to succeed in your career. You know, it's making it more difficult to do your career because you may notice you're becoming a bit of a perfectionist. You know, you might notice that you're trying really hard to be better and better and better, and it's almost like it's dismissing how good you're doing so far. So overall here, you don't have to quit what you're doing, Sagittarius. You don't have to quit what you're trying to align yourself with this month. It's just stop trying so hard to have that outcome and that desired goal. Just do what you want to do and you will see results, okay? All right, Saggy, let's go ahead and have a look here and see what's going to be going on in your surroundings at this time. What's going to be going on in Sagittarian surroundings here, please, throughout mid-August 2022. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Having a look here at the first card out, we do got the Nine of Cups. Hello. So Nine of Cups is good things. It's contentment, you know? Being surrounded by contentment, being surrounded by good energies. Moving on to the next card for you, we do have the Seven of Pentacles. And moving on to the final two cards for your surroundings, we also have here the Four of Wands, and we also have here the Six of Wands. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Well, looking into your surroundings, I do see that there's lots of success that surrounds you. And I feel like in a way for you, Sagittarius, there could be something here or someone here that you do look up to. You know, with the Six of Wands showing up here and the Four of Wands paired together, maybe you look at a successful relationship, like you see your parents' relationship, and maybe you model your relationship based off of how amazing that your parents or family's relationship is. Maybe you have a friend in your life who's in a great relationship, and it's like, I really admire that, and I would love to have that for myself. You know, if we're talking about work here, you might have a buddy or a friend of yours that has a really awesome way of doing their career and they're super successful, and you admire that and you want to be a part of that. So like in your environment, you see things in other people that you want for yourself. And ultimately, you're trying to get there with the Seven of Pentacles. You're doing your best to invest yourself to get to that point. But at the same time, with the Nine of Cups, you see all these other people enjoying themselves and being where they're supposed to be. And you're like, I just want that to be me, you know? So it's kind of going back to that same energy as I've mentioned previously, where you're just trying way too hard to get to your end result, to get to your desired place. And I think that there's a lot that you admire in your environment that you would want for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But just know that in due time, everything will unfold for you, okay? You know, when it comes towards this energy, like one of the best sayings I could say to you right now is Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, if you are in a relationship with somebody and you really want to evolve with them and settle down with them and get married with them, it's like that happens in due time. Like, don't rush the process, enjoy the relationship. You know, if your career is going well, but it's not the most like far out at the end goal that you want to be a part of yet, that's okay. Give yourself time to get there, you know? So don't try to race to cross the bridge. Enjoy it. Walk on it slowly. Take in the scenery here this month, and you will see a massive difference. You also will stop feeling all this resistance to gaining your success and gaining your success, because when you're trying too hard to be successful, what's happening is you are successful, but you're dismissing the success you have because it's going to start to feel and become like it's not enough, which is what you don't want to do. All right, Saggy, let's have a look here at your feelings. All right, how are my Sagittarians truly going to be feeling here coming up throughout mid-August 2022? How are my Sagittarian peeps going to be truly feeling? Give me some of their feelings here throughout mid-August 2022. Taking a look at the first card out, we have here the Hermit. So Hermit card does represent the energy of being distant, but I don't feel like that's what it is here for you, because the Hermit card also could represent wisdom. So I feel like the Hermit here as well too is kind of like your intuition. It's not yet the High Priestess card, but it almost is giving me like the High Priestess card's vibe. So with the Hermit showing up here for you, you need to listen to your inner wisdom is what you're being called to do. You know, your inner wisdom, that inner voice is telling you, Sagittarius, slow down, you know? I definitely feel King of Pentacles, you know, you want to be super successful very, very quickly, but you are being called here to slow down. So King of Pentacles, you want to get the ball rolling. You want to be at the end result already. You know, you got here the Eight of Cups, and then looking at the outcome, you got here, looking at the last card for you, you got here the King of Cups. So let's go ahead and break this down. When it comes towards how you're feeling personally here, you want to already be in your success, and you want to already be at your desired goal. And right now, your inner self, your higher self, your spirit guides, whatever you want to call it, you know, is giving you this wisdom that's telling you to slow down a bit. You know, with the Eight of Cups coming into play here, you're walking towards where you need to go. Right now, with the King of Cups, it's time to take a look at your emotions and do everything that you can to try to keep yourself more in a calmer type of place. I feel like with the King of Cups showing up over here, King of Cups is the card of compassion, it's the card of love, and I do feel like for you, Sagittarius, you're just very compassionate and very loving with what you have over here, and you really wish it to be successful. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with loving something so much that you want to keep it a part of your future, and that you want to see it grow and expand, and that you want to see it become something even more amazing. There's nothing wrong with that at all, you know? I have this YouTube channel that you guys are watching right now. I love this YouTube channel. I love it. I nourish it like it's my baby. And I would love to see it grow more and more and more every day. I would love to have 1 million subscribers. But it's a part of the journey, right? I'm not going to get that overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. So I'm not going to cloud myself by constantly saying I need to be at the end goal. And let's say the end goal is 1 million subscribers. No, like I'm going to enjoy the process and enjoy the journey. So you really love what you do. And that inner voice is telling you this month, pull back and just enjoy what it is you do or what it is you're having. Because the more you keep trying so hard is the more you keep standing in the way of yourself, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and have a look here now and see what you can expect throughout the rest of your month. All right, what can my Sagittarians expect here throughout the rest of their mid-August 2022? What other information can my Sagittarians expect here, please, throughout the rest of their mid-August 2022? Looking at the first card out, 10 of Cups. Hello. Yes, sir. 10 of Cups is a very good energy. It's happiness. It's fulfillment. It's allowing yourself to be happy, too. So I think you can expect yourselves to say, you know what? That little voice in the back of my head, it may be speaking softly. It may be a little quiet, but I can hear it still. And it's telling me to enjoy the process. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, you got here a 5 of Cups showing up, which is the opposite of enjoying the process. It's usually the card that represents grief. But the thing about the 5 of Cups in this situation is that you're realizing something. When you look closely at the 5 of Cups, this individual over here has 3 cups knocked over, which would represent that his joy is gone or something has happened that he's lost. But what he fails to realize is what's right behind him is 2 more cups that are still left standing. So Sagittarius, for you, there's the realization that you're having here this month of like, I can be unhappy about things not going entirely my way or things not going exactly the way that I want them to be. But if I take a step back and realize how much more potential I have, which is basically the 2 cups that are standing behind this person, then everything will be entirely different. So it's a perspective change. I can look at right now what's going on in my life and say, things aren't working out. Things aren't aligning. Things aren't happening the way that I want them to be. Oh my God, I'm not successful. Or I can just realize that I am successful. I am making victories more and more every day. I just need to enjoy the process a little bit more and let it unfold naturally. I don't need to rush to get to my end goal. So that is the realization you're having here. And that the 10 of Cups, by the way, too, card of allowing yourself to be happy. Now, moving on forward, we do have the Queen of Pentacles, which I love. Queen of Pentacles here is also setting aside more time. I can't talk right now, for yourself, meaning being more mindful of checking in with yourself emotionally, being more mindful when you feel stressed, being more mindful when you notice that you're not allowing yourself to just enjoy yourself and to enjoy what you have. So Queen of Pentacles, it's a self-awareness card. It's also the card of self-care, but I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, what you can expect is you can expect to be more self-aware. You're going to start noticing when you're self-sabotaging yourself now going forward throughout the rest of mid-August, you know? If you catch yourself stressing out about the future of your relationship or the future of your career, you know, you're going to stop right there and say, dude, stop stressing. I have nothing to stress about. Everything's okay. If I want something in my life to continue to go greatly, so mote it be. You know, sit back, enjoy the ride, enjoy the process, stop overthinking and worrying. So I do see a lot of you becoming very self-aware here. So you're going to stop yourself in your tracks if you notice any sort of self-deception happening or any sort of overthinking, or basically if you notice you standing in the way of yourself, you're going to stop that. All right. And moving on to the last card of what you can expect going forward, you can expect the Knight of Swords. Very, very cool. The Knight of Swords here is action, meaning that you're going to continue to grow here, Sagittarius. You're going to continue to get your goals completed, but you're no longer standing in the way of yourself. So that means you're going to start to align with what you want with ease. Now that there is no resistance, now that you don't feel like you're standing in the way of yourself, getting from point A to point B feels 10 times easier. So what this means here for you, Sagittarius, is whether we're talking about love or we're talking about a career, you know, you felt like it was crazy, it was difficult, I felt like I was going nowhere, but now you're realizing I've always been succeeding. Things were always moving, things were always happening. I was just getting so far caught up in my head that I was leading myself on to believe that what I wanted wasn't working out for me, which is so far from the truth. I can see clearly now that things are growing and they're growing in the right direction. And right now, there is no interference with the Five of Swords. There is no stress. There is no worry. There is no anxiety. I'm just living my life enjoying what I have, you know? Maybe you were worried that you and your person weren't developing fast enough in your relationship, so you got scared that you were going to lose your person. But now you're realizing the relationship is here and it's meant to be enjoyed. It's not meant to be rushed. You know, if you were worried about your career not being as successful as you've dreamed it to be, you have a lifetime to still work and make that career as successful as you dream it to be. You know, you have all this time. So take a step back right now and enjoy your small victories and know that where you are is totally fine. You're doing just fine. Where you're at is fine. Where you're at is successful, and everything is working out well here for you. So there doesn't need to be any sense of worry. So the Knight of Swords is pursuing what you want, but now pursuing it with ease and not having any sort of interference, okay? Having a look here at the overall outcome now for you, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and have a look at that. What is going to be the overall outcome here, please, for the zodiac signs of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus during mid-August 2022? What is going to be the overall outcome? And that overall outcome is going to be the Page of Swords, followed up here with the Six of Pentacles. I love to see me a Six of Pentacles, baby. So, Page of Swords here, Six of Pentacles. Sure, with the Page of Swords being a card that I usually refer to as a card of hesitancy, what's good about it is that it gets followed up with the Six of Pentacles. So, looking at the outcome here for your mid-August, you know, you're going to feel a little hesitant. You know, you're going to have these old patterns, these old thought patterns of worrying, you know, that are still on your mind, but you're doing everything you can to break out of it. So Sagittarius, over time here, it may not be entirely throughout mid-August, but over time, over the next couple of months, you're going to be breaking away from your fears. You're going to be breaking away from the energy of feeling like you're not enough, or that something is not growing fast enough, or that something isn't where it's supposed to be, you know? It's about breaking away from these energies so that you can be more balanced, more present to the moment, and give yourself the opportunity to enjoy all the growth you already have with someone or something that you love. Okay? So Sagittarius, you won't be standing in the way of yourself anymore. Things are definitely going to be looking brighter for you as each day passes. You're realizing right now, I have a lifetime to continue to grow things and to expand things. I'm not on the brink of losing it. I don't need to worry so much. I just need to sit back and enjoy the ride. And that's what life is all about, baby. All right, so Sagittarius, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you are new, definitely do consider subscribing. And with that being said, Sag, much love to y'all and have yourselves a good one. Peace.